The American Yawp, Chapter 20. Spurred on by events like the Triangle Shirtwaist Factory fire, many Americans had gradually become convinced that rapid industrialization and urbanization of the late 19th century had created a growing crisis, particularly in American cities. The nation's most pressing need, they believed, was to impose order and justice on a society that seemed to be approaching chaos. By the early years of the 20th century, this worldview had acquired a name: progressivism. The progressive era was named for the various movements that sought reform. Americans had many different ideas about how the country's development should be managed and whose interests required the greatest protection. Reformers sought to clean up politics by exposing corruption and writing about it publicly. Black Americans had been freed from their chains but continued their long struggle for civil rights, facing racial subordination, segregation, and disenfranchisement, not only in the South but also across the North. Women demanded to vote with greater intensity, sought to end abuse by drunk men and intemperance by their husbands by abolishing the manufacture and sale of alcohol wholesale, and argued for an equal role in society at large. Workers demanded higher wages, safer workplaces, and the union recognition that would guarantee these rights. Environmentalists sought the protection of natural spaces, while health and social services experts focused on human safety, sanitation, and the protection of the poor and vulnerable. Political parties riding the progressive wave spent their energies attempting to balance the power of America's new corporate trusts by co-opting new federal powers to balance their industrial power. Whatever their goals, reform became the word of the age, and the sum of their efforts, whatever their ultimate impact or original intentions, defined the era. Progressive reformers sought to bring order to chaos, to bring efficiency to inefficiency, and to bring justice to an era defined by its injustice.